What's going on, everyone? How's your day going? Today, we got some awesome stuff to talk about. Well, it's awesome if you want this to happen, but it's not so awesome if you don't want this to happen. Yes, Nintendo Switch 2. Now, no. Um, this video is just in mind because they are Nintendo has been reporting, or people have been reporting, that Nintendo is removing their games off the shelf. So Mario Odyssey is no longer in stock, and a whole bunch of other games, Link's Awakening, and those types of games, like their first party games, aren't being made anymore. So that comes to leave me to believe, anyways, that either the best things that ever is going to happen or the worst thing. But, the Nintendo Switch is a great console. Don't get me wrong. I've had mine since year one, so 2017, and I've enjoyed it. It's such a good console. Now, you see, it's about 7 or 8 years old now, and it's time for an upgrade. But let's just get into the video because so maybe a Nintendo Switch is around the corner. A new Nintendo Switch or a Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever they'll call it, Nintendo console. I don't know. Maybe a new one's around the corner. So that comes to terms with, because the last Nintendo Switch game that we know about is Luigi's Mansion 3, or maybe some third-party other game, but that's about the last one. Now, could this mean that the Nintendo Switch is coming out? I don't know, but they also removing games off the shelf. Now, this could be for Nintendo Select, but it may be for a new Nintendo Switch system. So, maybe if we see more games stop getting stocked in, that's because Nintendo is working hard, putting all their factories and stuff into making this next console. Of course, they'll leave the big bangers of games like Tears of the Kingdom and Metroid, some. But did you know also Metroid Dread is in there either? That just came out like a couple of years ago. Anyway, they want to put their big IPs, they keep them there, they keep their big IPs. It's stuff like that leads me to believe that Nintendo is starting to prepare for a new console. So, next step of getting a new console is to stop or reduce making Nintendo Switches. Like, if you reduce it, then you have all those extra spaces and factories to get your Nintendo Switch system. Now, Nintendo, after a new console comes out, if you still have a Nintendo Switch, Nintendo is most likely just gonna stop caring about you, because that's what type of company Nintendo is. Just like, we send it out there and it doesn't matter anymore. What a nice one. Now, this better be able to backwards compatibly play Nintendo Switch games, because if that's not the case, that is the most disgusting console of all time, because then you have to rebuy all your games, and it's just, so many people have so many Nintendo Switch games, and why would you not be able to play Nintendo Switch games? It's just mind-boggling. Now, you see, it's actually in Nintendo's history of being able to play backwards compatibility. So let's just take the NES, so the first console. Now, the next generation of that console, it was backwards compatible with this Super Nintendo. Now let's take the Game Boy to the Game Boy Advance, for example. See, these are both the same console, and they're pretty much the same console. One of them is more powerful, and they can play the same games. Okay, so now let's just say what else is there? GameCube, or Game Boy to GameCube, that's a thing, and then Game Boy to Game Boy Advance. And the Game Boy line is kind of strange. But anyways, okay, and then we have Game Boy to Nintendo DS to Nintendo DS to 3DS, and then Wii to Wii U. Now, all of these are backwards compatible because they're kind of like the same console. So, does that mean that Nintendo is like, you know what, just for this generation, we can make it work. We can make it so you can play on your console, your new console with Tears of the Kingdom or something, or your Mario Odyssey, or anyways, a whole bunch of stuff like that. It would be really awesome. It would be really good. It would help in sales because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the highest played video game or bought video game of all time. Now, maybe that includes Mario Kart 9 on the Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, I think that's going to be a thing because Mario Kart 9 would be phenomenal because Mario Kart 8 sold so well, so it would be super awesome. I'm getting tired of the old tracks. I want to get some new tracks in, like new tracks, very good new tracks. So this game's been out for so long and it's kind of tiring, but I would be super excited if there's new tracks in mind and so much other stuff. Now, what could they name this Nintendo Switch to? That's a good question. What could they name? The Nintendo Spectral. It's kind of weird. Nintendo. Oh, they obviously use Switch because of Switch in and out. Let's just say it can go into the dock and you can use it in your hands. In that case, it would be the Nintendo Dock. Nintendo Dock Spectral. There we go. Nintendo Dock Spectral. Or Nintendo Spectral. I think that's just better. Anyways, that's the name I'm going to give it. Nintendo Spectral. Okay. So, now that we've done that, now we have to pick what kind of games is going to be in this console. Okay, so immediately, I'm going for Super Mario Odyssey, Odyssey 2, Mario Kart 9, what else is there? There's not there. Zelda Wind Waker. Come on, bring Zelda Wind Waker. This is one of my favorite Zelda games. It's so good. You could explore the high seas with Link. Try to find your sister Zelda. Yeah, if you haven't played Wind Waker, it's such a good game. Pokemon Generation. Are we on Generation 9? 10. Generation 10. Gonna be a good one. Yeah. So, what else could there be for the Nintendo Switch? We picked out the games. Maybe that could be the launch games. Yeah, but it's probably not gonna happen. But it could be. Could be happening. Okay. Now we also need to see some themes that you could select your own theme. Anyway, selecting your own theme would be awesome. So you could customize it to your liking. Selecting the lobby or the background music, it would be awesome because you actually know or you can hear it and you can customize it and it's beautiful. You can beautifully customize it and it's awesome. Okay, now be able to portable or be portable away, but Nintendo's really good at doing that and knowing what's a good console. It kind of makes me scared because the Wii sold so well and then the Wii U was but don't get me wrong, the games weren't horrible. The Wii U itself was just dumb. Okay, moving on. What essentially do we need? Okay, we need it to release this year. If that's the case. A new console, a new time maybe this year or maybe next year. I don't know. Early next year, late this year. There we go. So people can get their heads wrapped around it. It'd be cool. So, what else is there for such controllers? Are these controllers going to be detachable? Or is it going to be a full thing that you maybe swap out the modules inside the stick to make it and customize it? That actually would be kind of cool. Oh, okay. So, Nintendo, so anyways, Nintendo is removing games off the shelf. This leads me to believe it's either for Nintendo Select, this selecting thing that says Nintendo Select with a gold ribbon and a whole bunch of stuff on it, or it's for the new console, the new Nintendo console. That would be awesome. What do you think about this? Do you like it? Do you really like it? Do you hate it? do you super hate it? I don't know. Leave a comment down below. I really love to know all your comments, and I love to read your comments. And yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much. Maybe consider dropping a like, I don't know, or subscribing. It would be awesome, and it's free. Anyways, yeah. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.